Hey guys, my name is Wes and you're watching Wes Nichols TV, and today I'm reviewing Split. Split is a 2017 psychological thriller with some horror elements starring Anya James McAvoy, and Buckley. It is directed by M. Night Shyamalan, and if you guys watched films from the late 90s through the early 2000s, you know the Sham Hammer used to bring it. The guy put out outstanding movies. The Sixth Sense was his debut. I mean, Unbreakable is amazing. Who cannot stop talking about The Village? I mean, that twist at the end. Okay, we know it's a terrible movie. It's a bad joke, even. But this point still stands. This guy knows how to make great movies, and then for some reason started making these terrible garbage films. And we kind of saw a glimpse of what made him great with The Visit last year, and I think this just builds upon that. This is not a very big movie in scale. It's a very, it's one basically confined place for the majority of the film, and it does a really good job of making you feel confined. You feel like you're trapped. So much so that there are points where the characters are trying to get out, through something very tight, and I feel claustrophobic myself while watching it, and I did that thing where you kind of lift yourself up, trying to will the character into getting up higher, and that, if I can get that immersed into a film, that's a huge positive. The biggest talking point of this movie will obviously be the acting. Anya Taylor-Joy was really good in it. She is a character she puts up walls between her and other people. She's been through some stuff, but she doesn't really want to tell anybody about it, and so she creates walls. And I think that she does a really good job in that. I mean, you look at her and she's gorgeous, but then you're like, there's something that's holding that back in you, and she just shows that on film really, really well. But the big talking point over anything else in this film will be James McAvoy. He plays a guy named Kevin who has 23 different personalities in his body. Like, I don't mean like in his head, I mean like in his body. Like, these are different people. And watching this actor portray, maybe not all 23, but about 6 of them through a decent amount of the movie, and completely just become this different character is incredible. Because he looks the same for the most part, but his mannerisms are completely different. The way he talks, the facial features kind of changed even a little bit. And it's just one of the most incredible transformations on screen, really, without actually doing any really transforming, if that makes any sense. Like, you are seeing him one moment, and he's this one character. And then he walks away for a second, walks right back, and he's just dressed differently, but his entire presence changes. It's just phenomenal. It's an absolute, study this and watch this. You want to act? Do that. On top of that, you have an interesting story. I found myself, if I had to use one word to describe this entire film, it's compelling. It's not really scary. It's suspenseful, sure, but compelling is the best word. And it's because even when there's nothing scary or, suspenseful happening, I'm constantly wanting to know what's happening next. I'm constantly trying to dissect little things and figure out the mystery of how this disorder works in his brain, and how, she can escape, or how they can escape, how all these things are happening. I'm constantly just picking apart little things and how does this work? And that is what hooks you. You're going to go in because the trailer looks like a scary movie. You're going to stick around because the movie is interesting as hell. And that is the biggest positive. That's the one thing I'll say when people ask me, is this movie good? I'm like, it's really interesting. I really enjoyed it for that reason. But no movie is perfect, and there are a few things I really didn't like about it. First being, aside from those 2 main actors, everybody else in it is okay at best. Buckley, she is the older lady. She's like a psychiatrist, and she's okay. She is serviceable in the role, but she's nothing great. The other 2 girls, while once again attractive, are nothing more than eye candy, really. They're just meant to be kind of like fodder for the mind games even. But those are minor things because the movie is so inflated by the acting presence of McAvoy and then the presence of Taylor-Joy that you forget everything else. You're just like, she's great. She's absolutely phenomenal. Aside from that, the only other thing that's a real negative is that there are flashbacks in the movie, and while I get the point of them, they don't really accomplish their goal all that well of setting up what they're trying to make the point of. I don't want to spoil anything. I will say that one of the particular flashbacks did get an emotional rise out of me, so that's successful, that snippet, but the way they're placed in kind of kills what they have going in the movie, so that is another small negative. Overall, though, I really did like this movie. I thought that it's an interesting story that just kept me hooked, it kept me watching. I wasn't really scared at any point in the movie, maybe for short segments, but I was on the edge of my seat wanting to know what's going to happen next, and that is just exactly what M. Night Shyamalan wanted. So I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. I will also add, because it's an M. Night Shyamalan film and they all have twists, I thought that one thing was the twist, and it wasn't. But when the actual twist does happen, it got me out of my seat. I was super excited. I will say, The twist is not going to work really well for you if you do not know his past films. You got to watch some of his older movies to really get it. But if you are a fan of his older work, this will raise the overall experience for you just because you're going to leave so excited because of this little twist. It had me super excited. My friend had never seen some of his older films and just was like, okay. And I was just like, oh my god, this means this. This means, oh my gosh, this could be this. I was so hyped. And that's why if I count that, I would give it an 8. But I'm not going to count that really because for probably a lot of the audience, it won't have any effect on them. But that's just my opinion. I want to know yours. What did you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below what you thought about this movie. While you're down there, click that like button right over here and click subscribe right there to subscribe to Wes Nichols TV and get more of my reviews and my other tips of videos. You can follow me on Twitter at WesNichols14. You can share my video anywhere you'd like on the interwebs or in the newspaper, or if you want to make a little clip art thing and then send it to me in a PowerPoint presentation, that'd be cool. It'd be interesting and weird, but it'd be cool. Thanks for watching, guys. My name's Wes. Have a great night. Bye.